this game, they just made more threes. Is that kind of what you took from it, or what? Guys, I thought had a great effort though.
I mean, you give Towson a ton of credit. I thought they did a great job in a lot of areas. The tempo was in their favor, right? I think we had it at like 54 possessions, which is very, very low for us. Obviously they want to play at a slower pace, and then, they shot 52% from the field. They were 1.26 points per possession, which is both very, very high. And give them credit. I mean, they made big time shots, but we can't hope they miss. You got to make them miss. And at the end of the day, the stat that just jumps out at me. That's not a good enough defensive effort that a team comes into your home gym and has those type of statistics. It's hard to win conference games against really good teams like they are in that way. And then in the second half, they're a very, very, very good offensive rebounding team. And when we were able to get some stops at some key moments, they got some big offensive rebounds. They got 37% of their misses back in the second half, which is way, way too high. Overall, our offensive rebounding was very good. We got 38% of our misses back. So we played hard. We competed. We just got to do a better job defensively and tip your cap to them. They executed well. They stepped up, made really, really big shots, and they were the better team here tonight. What we have is the advantage of no choice, and that's to turn the page very, very quickly and get ready for, Wilmington on Saturday in a very, very hostile environment against a really good team. I mean, they beat Kentucky at Kentucky early on, and obviously every time we play them, it's a major, major battle. So we got to break down the tape, learn from this one, but quickly turn the page and have a great day of preparation tomorrow, getting ready to go up to Wilmington. We got to respond. We got to turn the page and go up there and bounce back.
Was it something they were doing defensively that was getting you out of your offense, or?
Well, I mean, I think part of it is when you're taking the ball out of the net so much, like 52% is very, very high. So we weren't able to get, a lot of live ball rebounds and then push the break and kind of get the tempo to our liking. So, we want to play fast on misses too. I mean, I'm sorry, on makes as well, but when it's just happening time and time again and you're constantly playing your sort of secondary break after makes, and I don't want to say it gets, well, kind of, when teams are scoring like that, it hurts your morale, right? I mean, it's defense is an attitude we say all the time, and when you're stringing stops together, we call them kills. That's 3 stops in a row without an offensive rebound. That's really when we sort of spurt, if you will, and weren't able to do that a lot tonight. Again, credit them. They executed. They stepped up. They made big shots. They were better than us tonight. I thought overall probably physically, it's a very physical team, physically and mentally. They were probably tougher than us tonight. That's the reality of the situation, and we're facing a little adversity, but we got to turn the page, bounce back quick. Got a quick turnaround.
Do you think that's a good thing to have that quick turnaround, so you don't have to have it linger too long?
That sounds good. Sure. It will be, but there's some things we got to fix from tonight. So before you can really even dive into the specifics of scouting on Wilmington, we'll spend the majority of the next 4 or 5 hours watching this tape and fixing some things that are just fundamental to what we do defensively. But yeah, I mean, it'll be nice to turn the page quick, get up there and compete again, and hopefully get a big road win.
Was all this that you said, is that what you told the team in the locker room? I mean, as a head coach, how do you move after a game like this?
Yeah. The first thing I said was kind kind of what I said earlier in the interview. It's the advantage of no choice. We always say there's this formula we use in our program. It's called E plus R equals O. And the E are circumstances and events, and a lot of times there's nothing you can do about it. Like, the game's over. We can't go back and play that game over. They kicked our butts, right? And that's over. It's about the R. It's about the response. That's what we can do something about. What these guys got to do is get their butts back to the dorm, get a great night's sleep, wake up tomorrow, get in here, have a smile on your face, a bounce in your step, and have an unbelievable day of preparation. That's what I told them. That's where we focus the R. The O is the outcome. I can't promise you what's going to happen at Wilmington, but I know if our process is elite, it'll give us the best chance to win. That's what I told them. I did tell them that we always say praise your opponents, praise your teammates. Like, praise them. They were better than us tonight. They kicked our butt on our home floor, and now it's how do you respond to that loss? How do you respond to that adversity? Do we improve on the things that we were deficient on tonight? And you got to be tough mentally and physically to go up to Wilmington and win that game on Saturday. So I have all the confidence in the world that our guys will do that. We have a very mature team with very, very good leadership. And when we've faced adversity this year, our guys have responded the right way, and I feel confident they'll do that.
One of the things to work on, it seems like there's some sloppy passes tonight. Did you see many of those, kind of some unforced turnovers?
Yeah, again, I think you always first turn to your opponent and give them credit, right? Sloppy passes a lot of times is because they were guarding their butts off. They held us to 39% from the field. I think one thing we were able to do is generate free throws, and they did a good job of slowing down the tempo. Obviously, they want to take away our three and make our looks really, really hard. But I think you got to credit them for their activity and tenacity. But yeah, we have to play more poised and make better passes. But again, I think that's a credit to Towson how they played tonight.
Coach, we appreciate it.